Welcome back, Rap-ish, season 2, episode 2. All right, so Mia and Shawna are on the tour now, so this whole episode is pretty much about them being on tour. And I think I said in my last video, Shawna, for her to be in this group, she had to change her style. It was more Lauryn Hill. Now it was more Lauryn Hill back then, but now it's more like City Girls, right? So keep that in mind, because she's not a follower, she's a thinker, and that comes to bite her in the behind a little later on in the show. So again, they're with this one artist. I don't know her name, the white lady. She's like the main rapper. They're kind of making Shawna and Mia like kind of like the background stars or whatever. They have them wearing these maid uniforms on stage while homegirl wears something else. And so, of course, Shawna has an issue with it. Like, if all three of them were dressed up as maids, I could see it not being a problem. But you got the two black girls with maid uniforms on, and they already in the back. Like, of course, Francois, he don't care. He kind of shooed her away. So they went on stage anyway and did their thing. Mia gets hyped and throws her apron off. And Shawna didn't know nothing about that. Like, for the routine, right? And so she kind of Mia told Shawna that was like kind of her get back for the last season, when Shawna, like, they were on stage and Shawna just started rapping about something. I mean, it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. But Mia didn't know nothing about it, so I guess Mia would call her getting her back by tossing her clothes off, her apron off. She had some on underneath, but tossing her apron off and not telling Shawna. Right there, you start to see things start to separate between them, like musically, because they're not really on the same page. So meanwhile, Mia's baby daddy with his cute self, Lamont, is, he's keeping their daughter while she's on tour. And in a nutshell, and we all know as single parents, it's not easy when you have the kid just solo dolo. Took the child with him to the studio. She's asking for chicken nuggets and doing all kind of stuff. And he's learning, like, damn, this whole... Not that he's not involved. I'm going to say that right there. He's an involved father. I'm just saying it's different when the kid is with you and only you for a long lengths of time. And he's starting to realize that, like, okay, I can't just really move how I want to move with my daughter here in a studio, He should have got some melatonin gummies. I know what they say, that's not good to do that, but get that baby some ZQuil next time, a little blanket or something, and you'll be all right. So I would say like half of the rest of the episode it takes place in the VIP room. Chastity, their manager / homegirl, they wasn't trying to let her in, the little bouncer dude, but she got in. She just took like some random groupies in and kind of used it as her way to get in. Now, when she gets there, she meets some dude, right? And she does a line of coke. Now, from how she was acting, I'm assuming that was her first time doing that. So I'm wondering if the rest of the season, is she gonna be like addicted to this? Is it gonna mess up her management? Because she's a manager / pimp, so she has to, she has women on the stroll, plus she's managing this rap group. So I'm curious, because Shawna and Mia, when they was talking to her, the way she was acting, they were like, what is she on? And of course, I feel like if someone does coke, you're used to how they act when they're on coke. So that lets me think that was her first time doing it. So we gonna see what happened with Miss Chastity. Mia meets some dude named Courtney. And I think that's the dude at the end of the episode, she basically tells Shawna she's not riding with them on a tour to the next city. Dude is flying her out. And that's how that ends. One of the big parts about this episode I want to talk about was, it's the VIP, so you got all the groupies, you got the artists, you got the road dogs of different artists right in the back in the VIP lounge, right? So this guy's like, well, let's play a little game. If you get the answer right, you can ride with us to the next city. And I peeped this really quickly. He asked a dark-skinned black girl some physics type, something that most people wouldn't know. Excuse me, I think I still got that cold slashed up in me. Of course, she got the answer wrong, and he's like, okay, you can leave, bye-bye. So he asked, I don't know if the next girl was white or she wasn't black, put it like that. So he asked the next girl who's non-black, some easy, some like was 1+1 type stuff. And even if the next few non-black girls he asked an easy question, even if they got it wrong, he would take them on the bus, right, to the next city. So Shawna peeps this. She's like, okay, y'all don't see what he's doing? Like, he's basically asking the black girls, the dark, heavily complected, heavily melanated. That's the word we're using now. It sounds so rich, right? You're asking them these, you know what I'm saying, grade 10, 11, 12 ACT questions, and you're asking the non-black girls this stuff you learn on Sesame Street. So she brought that to his attention. Of course he knew, but I'm just saying she let him know, okay, I peep game what you're doing. So he asked her, okay, name all the members of I said Wu-Tu. I'm sorry, y'all. Wu-Tu Clan. Wu-Tu. Wow. What's the name of the damn group? It's not Wu-Tu. That don't sound right. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The group with Method Man. Golly. The group with Method Man and them. Don't cancel me. I'm not even big enough to cancel yet, but just give me a second. But anyway, so she named all the members, right? All of them, got all of them correct. And he sprayed champagne, popped the bottle, shook it up, sprayed it in her face. Aside from her getting violated, the part that pissed me off is they get on the bus. Shawna's all wet and, you know, embarrassed, upset like anybody would be. And Chastity's talking about you got to just play the game and go with the flow. And you got to just, and you know, I feel like that happens a lot in the music industry. Like we hear stories about, you know, rappers, singers only wanting certain girls at certain parties, or, you know, you got to be this color, hair got to look like this or whatever. Like I feel like that happens in real life. It may not be that particular game that he played, but I think there's definitely some favoritism. And of course there's this argument of, well, people have the right to have the preference of who they want. I totally get it, but it's like when your fans come in a wide range of color, why can't you have one or two people that look like, I mean, I don't know. That's just my take on that. Now, Chastity, she takes this guy's Instagram up right after he sprayed Shawna, and I'm thinking she's probably gonna do something on his social media to embarrass him or get him back. Even though I'm PO'd at her for how she came at Shawna when Shawna was the one that was highly disrespected, assaulted, if you really want to just get into it. But I'm hoping she has her back, and her taking down his IG handle, I'm hoping she gonna do something with that. Now, Mia leaving with this dude that she met to fly to the next city. I mean, you know, I can't judge her because this is her dream. She's living her life, but it's like you're leaving your friend who's not even into this as far as like her rap style goes. You just leaving her and just going fly. Like, why couldn't you have homeboy fly to both of y'all, or all three of y'all? You, her, Chastity. Yeah, Chastity. Looking at my notes here. I just felt like as a friend, you wouldn't just leave me on a bus by myself and go off with some dude. Like, I understand you feeling yourself, you getting this little bit of celebrity and everything. Like, who's gonna turn down a guy flying him somewhere? Like, I get it, but it's like, I'm your friend, I'm your day one, you supposed to be with me, right? So it ended on that. her telling Shawna, while Shawna's dripping and wet in champagne, that hey, I'm finna go with homeboy, and you gonna be on this bus with Chastity, the driver, and maybe some groupie. I don't know. We'll see, man. I wonder if this whole season is gonna be them on tour. Like, of course, we're not gonna be looking at just them on tour. We're gonna be going back and forth, seeing what Lamont's doing, cause he has their baby with them. Probably seeing how Shauna's folks are doing. Shauna's still dating that guy that was involved in that scheme, that credit card scheme that she had going on when she was working at the hotel. I'm about to watch episode 3 right now, and I'll get right back with y'all on episode 3. All right. Peace and blessings, but not good night. Be right back.